Hey, Jack, can you hold it more in the light, like towards the chair? Thank you. Like you've done this before.
You complete me.
Good.
Good.
Thank you.
Anybody who has vests can give them to one of our students.
We're just gonna have to shoot it so I can see you. Eventually.
You guys make sure you stay. You gotta get up and down the aisles.
Somewhat of a bittersweet game. I thought we played a really good first half in some ways. Gave up a couple explosive plays defensively in the second half. I don't think we played at all close to our standard. Credit to JMU for figuring some stuff out at halftime, and not credit to us for not being able to sustain and play the way we need to be able to play down the stretch. I think our team realizes this is a growth moment for us and an opportunity to continue to improve and get better, but we're going to have to play better football to be able to reach our goals when it's all said and done. There were some moments that really showed up, obviously special teams with the block kick, block punt. There were some big plays there. But to not be able to come out and have the same success in the second half that we had in the first half is certainly disappointing, and I think our players will certainly learn from that.
Right here, second row, left here.
Focus on some of the positives in the first half. The offense was really clicking. What was Will doing? What was the players doing? What worked for there?
Yeah, I thought they had a great plan. Starting off, they had loaded boxes inside. We were able to get the ball on the perimeter. We were able to take shots where we thought we could win. We connected on a couple of those. I think we scored all 5 of the first 5 possessions, but then obviously threw a pick in the last drive, right, which isn't good.
James.
Then earlier in the week, Tasha talked about defense's goal is to take away the opposing team's identity. You've certainly done that at times. Do you feel there was any facet of their identity you guys took away tonight?
We didn't play well enough as a unit to do what we want to be able to do. And again, the explosive plays is probably a piece that really started. They had 13 third downs in the first half. We got to be able to get off the field on third down. I think our offense only had 1 in the first half, and then in the second half, they had a few more, but they did a much better job moving the ball on early downs.
Back middle.
Jeremiah McClellan, really successful here today. Just how have you seen him evolve throughout the season? He had a really strong Washington game, and then just tonight, what makes him so successful?
Yeah, he's been really consistent down the stretch. He's where he's supposed to be. He's making tough catches. I thought that other one was really close again today where they had the PI. But he's attacking the ball, right, and playing strong at the top of routes. Is playing some good football for us down the stretch.
Front right, Zach.
One of the questions coming into this game was how you guys would deal with the rest, the layoff after last year. You said you had a different plan this year. How do you think you executed that and how that plan came to fruition?
Yeah, I think we started off hot, like I said. I mean, ultimately we can be better even defensively in the first half, but able to hold them to field goal attempts instead of touchdowns there in the first was a positive. But the second half as a team, we didn't play the way we need to be able to play. And you got to find moments like that when you have a big lead to be able to choke somebody out. We didn't do that.
Back right, Brett.
Dan, what would be the emotion you would use to describe how you feel right now? Is it upset, disappointed? Is it something else entirely?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't describe it.
Right there in the back middle, complete middle. Back row.
Feels like no matter what running back was in the game today, you guys were having success, whether inside zone, outside. Kind of just talk about the different successes that you were able to have with the run game and how you want to carry that into your next matchup with Texas Tech.
Yeah, when you run the ball well, you have a chance to win games. You can stay on schedule and be able to take some of the shots that we take. Stay ahead of the chains, not force yourself to make some tough third down plays. And, we did that pretty effectively today.
James on the left.
Talked about several of the redshirting guys and injured guys coming back. Your initial impressions of Dak and Gary, Mackay getting out there. I believe Gavin Nix also getting some run from a redshirt guy. Just all the guys who came back from both health and redshirting.
Yeah, I'll have to watch the film and see how each guy did individually. I think, again, there were some positive moments, but certainly moments for improvement.
All the way in the back, Jack.
Coach, you talked about the defense giving up some explosive plays, but your offense had quite a few as well. 9 plays that went for 20 or more yards. What did you see from JMU's defense that allowed you guys to create so much success attacking deep field?
Well, they're an aggressive defense. So when you can get a hat on a hat, you're going to have opportunities for guys to go make big plays. And I thought we did some good blocking on the perimeter, which was necessary to create that. We didn't have really penalties in that area as well, which is important whenever you're going to be aggressive. But when they play aggressive and they're going to have a lot of hats, you're going to get opportunities for one-on-ones outside, and you're going to get opportunities to create big plays.
Bill, fourth row, right?
Dan, are you glad you had this game, having now had a first-round home game? I mean, do you subscribe to the idea of the value of a tune-up, maybe, as opposed to the experience you guys had last year?
I'm always glad to play football. It's exciting. You don't get a lot of opportunities to play football, so certainly glad to have that opportunity.
Last row out. Left.
In what ways did JMU's defense limit your explosive plays in the second half?
I just don't think we clicked on all cylinders. Like I said, there were some moments that we had success, and then a drive would stall out. But I'll have to go back and watch the film to see specifically what they did differently.
Second row, middle, brief.
Malik Benson, 2 touchdowns tonight, elite speed. How would you describe him?
Yeah, Malik's showed up for us. Certainly down the stretch of the season was certainly great today. Obviously had some big balls that he caught, and been really proud of his progression and his growth for us in this program.
On the left here, second row.
We haven't really addressed it too much, but you guys are advancing. Get an opportunity to play in a couple weeks. What do you think this team is ready to do?
Go work. Ready to go to work.
Right here on the right, Zach.
One of the better statistical days from Dante of his career. What have you seen from over the past couple of weeks, just as far as prep and then his ability to meet the moment tonight?
Yeah, we have a great quarterback, right? And he can handle a lot of situations. He can handle pressure. I know there's a couple that he went back tonight, but overall, I thought he executed our plan well.
Front, James.
On their first couple of drives in particular, it looked like they were throwing a lot in terms of scheme and formations, just a lot of variety. Anything that was either just a lot by volume or anything that Dean Kennedy did that you guys weren't expecting early on?
No, I mean, they do a lot. You go watch them throughout the season. They've always had a lot of volume really on both sides of the ball.
Third row, left next.
Dan, a lot of batted passes at the line of scrimmage from the D-line tonight. How would you assess that group and kind of how they've grown this year and a bit of what you saw from them against JMU?
Yeah, quarterback has a lower release, so we thought that could make an impact. And even when you're not necessarily making a sack, there's opportunities for plays like that. And I thought our guys did a good job of getting hands up.
All the way in the back, Aaron.
I know the game didn't really end it the way you wanted it to, but I know Autzen Stadium, showed out a lot of false starts on JMU's side. Just what would you say kind of about the crowd and how the way that the town kind of rallied around this game and embraced a first ever college football playoff game right here in Eugene?
Yeah, our crowd was outstanding. They've been outstanding every time. You knew we could always count on those guys to show up and make it an unbelievable atmosphere. I think it was really special for our seniors to get to enjoy that, and proud for them.
Back left here, Matt.
Seeing what the score is and how explosive your offense was, it gives you the confidence, though, that your team's going to take the criticism, take the coaching, that you're clearly disappointed in this finish to progress next week in 2 weeks.
Just because they have in the past, right? Our guys are, about the right things. When it comes to growth mindset, they're going to want to attack it, and I know they share some of the same sentiments as me.
Bree, right here on the right, second row.
Seems like some of your team is echoing a lot of the stuff that you were just saying, just the disappointment in the second half. What does that say about just the standard that you guys have set and how confident you are in them going forward? Yeah,
there's a standard here. There's certainly a standard for performance. Our players know that, and they know what championship football looks like, and the second half didn't look like that.
Right for left.
Hey, Dan. I know the competition's different, but did you take anything from last year's experience in the playoff that you used for this? I know the competition was different, but it's a win-or-go-home situation. But anything from last year that you used for this year?
Yeah, a lot of our prep was different this year. And again, won't go into great detail with that, but we did do some things differently.
All the way in the back, Olivia.
Ahead of the season, the narrative surrounding this team was just young and unproven. Now there's been a full season of football and a lot of big games. How have you seen the freshmen and just younger guys step up to the moment when it is a big game?
Yeah, some of those guys got some moments again today, and we've had some growth. We've had strength in numbers all year. We've had a lot of guys that can play winning football. A lot of guys touched the field for us today. We started to roll some guys there in the second half, and we'll have to go evaluate that film because obviously the performance wasn't as good there. So while there's been growth and there's opportunities to improve, there's still a lot of opportunities in front of us to continue to grow.
Last row here, black coat.
Yeah, and there were some personnel changes there in the third quarter. How do you plan on that or adjust in game on who to bring in and who to sit out after being up several scores?
Yeah. Just keep evaluating the game, right? We weren't playing well, and we had to continue to put some other guys in. But ultimately, I think the game was at hand. It was just a matter of how do you finish and perform, and that's some good experience for some guys that are in there to be able to take advantage of. I just don't know that we took advantage of that moment today.
James?
Any initial word on Theron?
I think he'll be okay.
All the way up for you, Coach.
Appreciate it.
I have quickies if you want to come and get them. Like, can't tell you how quick we'll have a player.